When I went to university, I had to discover that history is lies. And I think that's the job of the history department, is to be, again, taking that apart. Like, as soon as a Native student comes in there, that class, right away, they should be able to begin where they need to learn, about what is their actually true history. But again, we know they're going to be learning about, civilization, white supremacy, etc. So what can I say? We need to, get on to what is the real knowledge that we need in the world to survive. So that's where I think we've got to cut to. It's not just what we're wearing,
Thank you. We have a question here. Are we okay for another
question?
question?
I just wanted to add something about the suits and the creative people. I had the opportunity to work down in the United States, and one of the things that I got was a C7 accreditation. I never went to university in my life, but I was able, with the C7 accreditation, I was able to go and teach in a university because they accepted my traditional knowledge. They accepted the fact that I was fully fluent. I was able to go and teach, but they have nothing like this in Canada. Like all these people come in and share information. We're sharing information that's at the professor level, but we get no credits for it, and if we get $175 for our talk, we have to accept that. And I'm getting to the point where I say, okay, you professors, go study and then present that information correctly to your students.
I just wanted to make a comment too about, I know that some, it's great that we have Aboriginal Studies departments, but I think too many of them are focused on the kind of socioeconomic, political kind of issues, and not enough on the arts. And I'm not entirely, I don't really know why that is, but it seems to me that would be a wonderful place for kind of the teaching, the celebration, understanding of Aboriginal literature, but it often just doesn't even exist at Aboriginal Studies departments. The other thing is that the students are being taught by teachers who often know nothing about Aboriginal literature. They didn't take courses in it, and if they're teaching on reserve, they have to be the ones that take the initiative to go out and do some of that kind of work, because they're just not being taught that in the education system.
Yeah, can I just say something, Joe? Well, a case in point is the students here. Someone said there's taking a chapter of Joyce of Boyden's 3-Day Road. That's probably on the course because it won the Giller. So if it hadn't have such high profile, maybe there would be nothing. Because there's all kinds of other Aboriginal literature out there. So that's put on because somehow it's been standardized by the academy now that it's worthy.
We're going to take another question. Yes.
Yeah, I just it talks about how just let me grab my thought. That we need to translate our texts into our own languages, and we need to start encouraging our own. And what would you say to somebody? Because I've been in a position where one of our teachers was trying to. She's non-native, but she wanted to really bring in a lot of native content and get them to, and her whole thing was based, and it was all on native literature, native, them finding it in themselves to bring out. And then one of our native teachers told her, well, you have to be careful. That's too much nativeness for them. So how would you respond to that? And I know that goes along with what you're saying is it's our own people who are kind of stopping us and stuff like that because they're listening to that, shoved in your face Bible thing, not thinking for themselves. How would you guys respond to that, something like that?
Oh my goodness, you know something?
I was complaining the other day, I love APTN because I see lots of brown faces and, not that, that should be a big issue, but frankly, I get tired of going to mainstream stuff. I get white out. I really need to go to the reserve and be among my own to hear the language and to talk all those dirty, raunchy things that we do on our reserve that's perfectly acceptable, And that's all I can say. I get white out, so that would be really refreshing for me to be in a class like, wow, like let's study these people. Yeah, that's all I can say. What about you guys?
Some of our elders, too, have been really influenced by Christianity. Because I do know of a situation in Edmonton in the Musqueam school where a non-native instructor wanted to teach Louise Erdrich's book. I can't remember which one. But the elder didn't want certain parts of that taught because it was, I guess it was kind of, I don't know, had some sex scenes in it or whatever, and she felt that wasn't proper. So I mean, some of our elders too are people that can move things in the wrong direction, I think.